Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I use Microsoft OneNote to help me with my Open University studies, but specifically how I'm using it at the moment to help me with my first TMA for the H818 module. I'm not an expert in OneNote. I only started using it about 3 weeks ago. But it's one of those technologies that you kind of wonder how you ever lived without. So I use it now not just for my OU studies, but I'm using it at work as well. What I really love about it is how I can use it on all my devices. I even use it on my mobile phone. If I suddenly think about something and I just need to jot it down, it's going to be there in OneNote when I get back to my desk or when I come back to it later. The other thing which I find really useful in conjunction with OneNote is something called Snagit, which I have access to from work, and I use it a lot for work as well. It's basically screen capture, screen recording software, which is what I'm actually using to record this video tutorial. So here I already have OneNote open, and over here on the left hand side you can see I've created some notebooks. I have one notebook for everything to do with H818, and then I have other notebooks for work or for personal. I've created a number of folders or tabs across the top here, and I save everything into one of these tabs. So if we have a look at my TMA1 tab, this is where I'm saving all my notes and information relating to TMA1. So if we move across to the right hand side here, I've created a number of pages within this folder. The first page that I have open is the instructions for the TMA, which I've copied and pasted from elsewhere. I've also highlighted some aspects of the instructions which I find particularly useful and important to refer to. The next page in this folder is my part 1 essay notes. So I just kind of brain dump here everything to do with my essay. The idea is that this is going to become my actual written essay, and at the moment I've just got it in note form and I'm just adding to these notes as I think of something, as I find something. Page in this folder is my part 2, my project plan. I've created a table for this at the moment and I'm just adding to it as I go. So I'm adding any thoughts, ideas, notes in here for my part 2. And then I've just started creating kind of bibliography of important readings and things that I might. So if we go back to part 1, which is the essay part of the assignment, here in my notes I've added a number of links. Some of them are links to external URLs and some of them are links to other areas of notes in OneNote that I've got extra information. So having a look at the other folders, most of the stuff which I've identified, found, read, watched is saved in the research folder. And the way that I've structured this folder is I have created some kind of sections here relating to the 3 key areas of TMA1. So whenever I've come across something, an article or a blog post or a video, I've had to try and categorize it into one of these 3 areas, which I found really is not always easy because obviously there's a lot of crossover, but I found it really helpful with kind of thinking about the assignment and which are the best sources of information for me to refer to and draw upon. Most of the things which I've found so far relate to implementation because that's the area that I'm focusing on. So I've identified various articles that I need to read or I have read, some that I've taken notes from, courses that I've done, and videos as well, some really great videos. So everything that I think is going to be really useful for me to draw upon, I have saved in this research area. I found some things for inclusion as well, but so far nothing for innovation. So that's how I'm organising my kind of readings and my research. I've also obviously found a lot of stuff on open education, which I've saved here in a separate folder. Other folders that I've created in my H18 notebook are across here. So I have one here for tools and technology, and I've categorised these by creating different pages for each type of tool over here. I've also got a folder tab here for any module posts, where I type all my posts before I actually submit them to the module forum or Open Studio, so that I have a record of everything that I've done. And finally, my creations, of which this is my first. So hopefully that has been useful. Yeah, and good luck.